Hello and welcome, Aquarius, to your love and romance reading for October 2022. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. You might stumble upon this video after October. That's just fine. You're going to see it whenever you're meant to see it. Just keep in mind it's a general reading for the collective. Therefore, not every single message is going to resonate, and that's okay. Take what does, leave what doesn't. And without further ado, my dears and my darlings, we're going to see what we have coming up here for Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, Aquarius Rising, and Aquarius Venus. Alrighty, my dears. So, we're going to move you just a little bit closer. And the first card we have coming up for the Aquarius collective is the Eight of Wands. And so if something was stuck, if something was blocked, Eight of Wands lets us know we're coming into a time where now the blockages are over and things are going to be moving ahead. This could also be communication, increase in communication. Maybe some of you have been waiting to hear from someone and they may be reaching out. You may be finally hearing from someone. You've been hoping to hear from someone, or in an existing relationship, maybe there's some conversations you've really been wanting to have, but you just haven't been able to get into certain topics or certain subjects. There could be this flow of being able to communicate more freely. This is also a card of passion, right? This could be increased attraction, increased passion, or manifesting a passionate relationship or increasing passion in a relationship. There can also be elements of travel with the Eight of Wands. The feeling and the vibe that I'm getting here for you all is that if you are in a long distance relationship, there may be travel to spend time together, and there may be talk about, like, depending on where you are in the world or your cultural beliefs or religious beliefs or whatever it might be. I know where I am, we're nearing the holidays, right? The holiday season. And maybe there could be talk of wanting to be together for the holidays, or making something happen for the holidays to be together, to bridge the gap or the distance. But I feel also like a sense of like frustration that this is too much already, right? I don't want to just come and see you for 2 weeks, or I don't want you to just come and be here for 2 weeks or for a month, right? Like, so I feel like there would be travel specifically with the mindset of like looking at a place, like feeling a place out, looking at it seriously, like, could I see myself living here? So if you are in a long distance relationship, there could be conversation about trying to get settled during a certain visit or a certain trip, like trying to see if like we can make this work to where they can stay permanently or you can stay permanently. Or maybe there's a talk of we should go together and we should check out this particular place. Maybe we'll go move there, or I have a job offer there. Like, let's go check it out. Let's go see if we could see ourselves living there. But I feel there may be travel to spend time together, but also in sense of like to bridge a distance or to bridge a gap. Like, it's not just a trip to spend time together, but like, could you see yourself here? Could you see this work? Could you see this happening? For those of you where either you're in something long distance or there's talk of moving or traveling, there could be relocation. Even though Eight of Wands isn't typically a relocation card for me, I'm kind of getting that feeling or that vibe here in the energy for some of you. The next card coming up is King of Swords. So Aquarius, this could be you in your wonderful air sign energy. It could be dealing with a fellow air sign, a fellow Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra. But also the King of Swords tends to come up for me in readings. We talked about communication increasing, and King of Swords is definitely a communication card for me. But like in the terms of like, we have to like figure out how we're going to make this happen. Like, we have to look at logistics. We have to look at facts and figures and numbers and practicalities, and how are we going to make this work, and how are we going to move forward, and here's my expectations, what are your expectations. Keep in mind the King of Swords is the master of negotiation, right, or even mediation. So there could be a lot of conversations here happening about the future of a relationship, or what the two of you are wanting out of the relationship in the future. And there could be a lot of talk about expectations, commitments, priorities, setting down the rules. Like, this is how it's going to work, this is how it's going to be, right? There may be certain deal breakers for you, there may be certain deal breakers for them. Getting really serious about talking about these things and how we're going to move forward and how we're going to make this happen. King of Swords can also be like going to an expert or consulting with an expert. So maybe some of you are getting guidance from a wiser person that you trust. Typically it's going to be someone who's in some type of like profession. So it might be like a counselor, a dating coach, a life coach. It could be a therapist. It could be a lawyer. You might be going and getting some advice on how do I move forward, and what are the steps I should take in this situation. So there could be consulting an expert to get some help and some guidance in laying out some future plans, maybe even on increasing communication and passion in a relationship. Some of you, and please don't get offended when I say this, some of you are going to discover that with a person, there's been a misunderstanding. Like, you thought it was over, and they may be resurfacing, and they may be like, look, Aquarius, I'm trying to figure out like what I did wrong. I'm trying to figure out why you didn't want me. And you might be like, what? I thought you weren't interested. Like, I was interested. I thought you weren't interested. So I was just like, okay, whatever. I just wrote it off because I thought you weren't really feeling it. Right? So I didn't like really put an effort into it. And so this person might express to you or tell you, well, here's some things I did, or here's some things I said, and I just kind of feel like you shut me out, or I just feel like you didn't want to be with me. And some of you might process some of that and be like, wow, okay, I can see, I didn't realize then, but I really had a wall up. I really did have a wall up. And so some of you might begin processing, like, why? Like, where is that coming from? Why did I have this wall up? What am I afraid of? And for some of you, this is going to be like a great big can of worms that's opening up, like a Pandora's box that's opening up. And you're going to realize, oh my gosh, here are the insecurities that I have, or here are like the issues I might have with physical intimacy, and these are the things that have been blocking me in my love life. And so some of you may be seeking out advice or counsel from like a dating coach or a therapist. Some of you may be deciding to work some things out so that you can let this person in if you're still into this person. Or maybe you're like, well, this person was a great lesson for me. They helped me realize that I had this wall up. Maybe I don't want to be with this person, but now that I realize I've had this wall up, I want to go, get this taken care of so that I can be ready when somebody I really like shows up. And I don't think it's going to be that far off, to be honest. To have the Eight of Wands and the King of Swords makes me feel like there's potential for love already here, or will be here very soon. And so some of you might be working through issues around passion or physical intimacy, or like really being able to let somebody in. The next card that's coming up here for the Aquarius collective is the King of Pentacles. Now, this could be earth sign energy. It could be Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. If you have earth sign placements, there could be like shifts that are happening in those areas of your life, or you may be paying attention or focusing on those areas of your life, or you may be meeting a significant partner through those areas of your life. Some of you may be meeting a significant soulmate through work, through work or business. Some of you maybe are having to decide between an air sign person and an earth sign person. Some of you maybe are having to make a choice. King of Pentacles for me can also come up when, excuse me, we're tempted to push this relationship away, or we're tempted to push this offer away. Because we may start thinking, this sounds really great, or this person's really great, but I must have given them the wrong impression of me. Like, they probably think I'm different than what I am. And if they really got to know me, they're not going to want to be with me. And this sounds great. And they're like ready to move forward. And I don't know if I'm ready for this. And, their friends and their family might not like me. They might not accept me. They may think I'm too different. And so we think of all of the reasons to push this away. But for me, in my readings, the King of Pentacles comes up a lot to say, look, if you weren't ready for this, it wouldn't be here now. It's here now because you're ready for it. If you weren't ready for it, it wouldn't be here. So there's like a sense of like an upgrade here. This person is an upgrade. This relationship is an upgrade. To the extent that you might feel like you don't belong there, or you're out of place there. And Spirit is reminding me of an experience I had when I had made some friends when I was younger, and they invited me to something through their parents' country club. And I was like, wow, like country club for me was like something you saw on TV. And I don't know, maybe these days it's not that big of a deal, but like back then it was like country club, like I did not grow up around people that go to the country club. And I felt really awkward about that. I was like, I don't want to go. Like, they're going to be looking at me like, who's this girl? What is she doing here? And I was like joking about it. I'm like, no, I'm like, oh, what smells like poor people? Like, as soon as I walk into the room or something, like, I didn't feel like I wanted to be there because my background, my upbringing, I have very humble background and very humble upbringing compared to the people who were going to be there and compared to these friends that I had made. But it's like, look, if you couldn't hold your own in that circumstance or in those situations, or if you weren't ready to meet those people or make those connections, it wouldn't be here now. So you might be kind of like judging yourself or feeling insecure that they're not going to like you, but you're going to do well. You're going to do fine. For some of you, there is movement here. There may be discussion. You may be feeling, and I'm going to say this for some of you, I feel some of you in an existing relationship are feeling insecure because there's changes in your partner's career that's making you feel insecure. Like they're moving up and they're wanting me to join them in their networking or in like going to dinners or meeting with colleagues, and they're gonna look at me like, this is your spouse, this is your partner, like what are you doing with this person? And that's all negative ego. None of that is true. Nobody's gonna look at you like that. But the negative ego is telling you that they're not going to like you or they're going to look at you like that. So I feel some of you are feeling insecure because you're dealing with a partner that's really climbing up in their career or really climbing up in their rank. For some of you, this could even be like military, right? They might be climbing up in like a military thing. And so you're having to go to functions and meeting the other spouses and things like this. And you might feel like, these are all really, big shot people, and they're looking at you like, oh, well, you're whatever. And that's not the case. Nobody's looking at you like that. So get out of that. Stop worrying about it. Know that opportunities come to you as you're ready for them, and open up to embrace them. We have Judgment here. Now, typically this can come up when we're having to make a big decision. Sometimes this card comes up for me in my readings when it's a play on words, like judgment. You're looking at judgment here. You're feeling judged. You're judging yourself. And to have the Judgment card come up next to the King of Pentacles, to me, this is telling me that a lot of you are judging yourselves, or you're worried, you're concerned that other people are judging you. And they're looking at you like you're not good enough for this relationship, or what are you doing here? Or, like there's just this sense or this feeling of thinking that you have to change and you have to be somebody else. And you don't. You don't have to change. You don't have to be somebody else. The King of Pentacles is telling us this is here because of who you already are. So this could be with this King of Swords, another thing that some of you are having to work out. Maybe you're getting some help here, some guidance here in, getting out of self-judgment, changing that dialogue in your head that's criticizing yourself or making you think you're not good enough. And making you feel like, this isn't going to work out. With the 8 of Wands and the King of Swords here as the first 2 cards, even with the King of Pentacles, Aquarius, I feel like a lot of you are dealing with someone that really, really wants this relationship to work. They really sincerely like you. They really sincerely see a future with you. They want to be around you. They feel that you're intelligent. They feel that you're down to earth. They feel that they could have a real solid future with you. But you may be dealing with like some self-doubts and, second guessing yourself, questioning yourself, and it's working against you. And I feel like a lot of you are dealing with someone who maybe sees this and wants to work through it. So if they're coming to you and if they're saying to you, let's go talk to somebody about it, or have you thought of talking to somebody about like this wall or like letting people in, please don't be offended, because the reason why they're wanting you to do it is because they want to be with you and they feel like you're distancing yourself and you're pulling away. And they're trying to show you, hey, I have good intentions. Hey, I'm a safe person. Hey, I'm here for the long haul. My family likes you. My friends like you. My colleagues, my coworkers like you. Right? Like, I want you in my life. But there's something here where you're like feeling judged, and you might start looking at them and you might start judging them and nitpicking them because somewhere inside you think they're judging you, and you start to push it away. But you may be pushing away a good thing here. So think about it, pray about it, meditate about it, because I feel like a lot of you have someone here who just really does not want to lose you. In fact, look at this. We have Ace of Pentacles. An Ace of Pentacles can be new contracts, new offers, improvement in financial status, upgrade in financial status, coming into a better quality of life, a higher income bracket. So this is confirming that somebody's moving up in career. And so there's something here that, again, some of you might be thinking, well, I don't know if they're going to want me. Also, though, with the Ace of Pentacles, if you are new to my readings, one of the things I've said is the Ace of Pentacles has a little extra special meaning for me in my readings. I'm excited when I see this card come up for people, because for me in my readings, it basically means when the Ace of Pentacles comes up for you, you're breaking out of generational curses and patterns. You're breaking out of long-term blockages. You're breaking out of lower vibrational frequencies and energies. You're coming into a time that you're ascending and you're upgrading. You're coming into this energetic shift, this energetic upgrade. So your relationships are going to upgrade. Your finances are going to upgrade. Your living situation is going to upgrade. You're coming into a massive upgrade. But this can trigger a lot of insecurities and vulnerabilities, because the negative ego hates change. And now you're coming into big changes and the negative ego is freaking out. Also, when you're going through big shifts and big changes where you're disconnecting from generational curses and inherited negative energies, you're like restructuring your spiritual DNA. So this can leave you feeling physically exhausted. This can leave you feeling kind of tired, kind of fatigued. Ace of Pentacles is telling you this relationship is leveling up. And a lot of you asked for this. You've said, I want to be done with generational curses. I want someone who's going to be breaking generational curses with me. I want somebody who's going to be leveling up with me. And now here it is. Here is the thing that you asked for. And you're like, oh, hold on now. Hold on now. This feels scary. I don't know if I'm ready for this. And now you're pushing it away. Now you're having second thoughts. Now you're backing out. But you asked for this. So yes, the change is scary. But you can go slow. You can go slow. You can pray. You can meditate. You can do things to fill up your cup, so to speak, to recharge your energy, to get help, to get guidance, spiritual guidance, emotional guidance, consulting with an expert for guidance as you're going through these changes and these transitions. But this is a big change. This is a big upgrade. Okay? And, some of you need to be cautious here that you're not pushing it away. Be sure to check out your other placements. Sometimes your other placements might resonate more than whatever this might be for placement this video might be for you. Don't forget to check out the weekly forecasts linked in the description. If you want to schedule a private reading with me, I am having a sale right now for a limited time. At least I'm having the sale at the time this video is being posted. But usually my 60-minute video readings are $150. I'm doing them right now for $111. And the 30-minute video readings are $65 usually, but right now I'm doing them for $44. I also have less expensive options that are available. You can click on the Calendly link and you can see the different readings and the different prices. But right now I am having a sale on a 60-minute video and 30-minute video. Don't forget to check out the daily card of the day message I do on the channel as well. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous, fabulous October and hope you come back for the weeklies and dailies. Take care, my dears.